Okay, here is the 16 point that I killed in 98. Would have been 17, but one of them was broken off. Here's a 13 point I killed a few years later. Here's a 14 point I got, I think around 07, 08. It's really thick, a lot of palmation, pretty gnarly looking horns. This is a 14 point that I got in 2010. They only aged him at 3.5. It's got a nice little 4-inch drop tine. Bases are like 6 inches. They're really, really thick, but actually a young buck. Here's a 8 point I killed. Kind of a mistake, but he's still a nice 8 point anyway. And here's a big 8 that I killed this year with my muzzleloader. They aged him at 9.5 years old. The mount doesn't really do him justice. His neck was 30 inches. It was huge. He's the biggest bodied deer I've ever killed. And this 8 point I killed in 2010 with my muzzleloader. And he's an old deer. I had pictures of him for years. And he weighed 220. And here's an 11 point that I had killed a few years back. Probably should have let him go. He's about a 4.5-year-old buck, but he's pretty nice. And then here is the palmated 15 point that I killed in 99. I aged him at 5.5. He was a big bodied deer, weird looking rack, but that's my boys.